The late afternoon humidity wrapped my suburban street in a sticky hush, broken only by the soft rustle of my grocery bags as I hauled them from my sedan's open trunk. Chips, sodas, organic kale, treats for a quiet weekend after a grueling week. I just wrestled the last bag from the back seat when a voice sliced through the stillness. Not a neighborly hello, but a guttural snarl dripping with entitlement. "Hey, you! What the hell are you doing with our groceries?" I turned, bags crinkling in my grip, to face a 22-year-old standing on the edge of his pristine lawn next door. Blonde hair slicked back, polo shirt taut over an unworked frame, khaki shorts pristine above scathed knees. His finger jabbed at my trunk, then at me, his face twisted in a sneer of privilege and disgust. This was the son of the family who'd spent 4 months lobbing glares and muttered racial slurs my way, only black man on their lily-white block. Just last week, his mother, the neighborhood's reigning queen of complaints, had reported my overgrown lawn despite its compliance. Before that, she'd accused me of stealing her newspaper, a mix-up by the delivery guy. "Excuse me," I said, my voice calm, honed from years of diffusing chaos. He mistook it for weakness. "Don't excuse me, boy," he spat, the word venomous, deliberate. "Those are our party supplies. Mom ordered them for my bash tonight. Think you can just grab our stuff?" His chest puffed, bravado masking ignorance as he stepped closer, crowding me. "Hand them over, or I'm calling the cops." A faint smile tugged at my lips, unseen by him. The irony was thick, he was threatening to call the police on me, the city's police chief. My trunk held artisanal chips and gluten-free snacks, not the junk food his family favored. My appearance, bearded, in a white tee and dark jeans, screamed no thief to anyone with sense. But sense wasn't his forte. "Your groceries," I repeated, letting a hint of skepticism creep in, eyeing my premium haul. "You sure?" He scoffed. "Think I'm stupid? The delivery truck dropped them by your car by mistake. Happens all the time. Hand them over." He lunged, reaching for the bags. My training kicked in, stay calm, observe, document. But his audacity, his casual racism, stung like a slap. This wasn't about groceries, it was about dominance, putting the black man in his place. "They were delivered to my address," I said, my voice sharpening, nodding at my mailbox's clear 1420, Sycamore Lane. "Maybe you're mistaken." His eyes flicked to the number, doubt flashing, but entitlement roared back. "Mistake? Who do you think you are, pulling a fast one? This is 1422 Sycamore. Those are mine." "Actually," I corrected, voice dropping, authoritative, "this is 1420, and these are mine." His confidence wavered, eyes darting between houses, but rage overtook reason. "You're playing clever, huh?" he shouted, loud enough to draw a retiree's glance from down the street. "Think you can claim my stuff, 'cause you live next door? I'm calling the cops." He yanked out his phone, thumb hovering. "You're in deep trouble, old man." I watched, cataloging his flushed cheeks, trembling hands, the bigotry fueling his tantrum. "Go ahead," I said, voice cold, certain. "I'll wait." He blinked, thrown by my calm, expecting me to grovel. Instead, he dialed, muttering to someone. Likely his mother, who didn't answer, then called 911, voice rising. "Yeah, unknown black male, late 40s, stealing our groceries. Aggressive, won't leave. Bearded, white shirt, black jeans. Could be a threat. Get here now," he thought, smirking, describing my face. But I was strategizing, noting the grass's scent, a distant lawnmower's hum, sparrows in the oak above. His words, racial, inflammatory, painted me as a criminal for existing on my own property. This wasn't just a mix-up, it was a power play, rooted in the assumption I was less. He hung up, triumphant. "They're coming. You're going to jail, old man. You don't mess with us." I nodded, no doubt he had no clue he'd just challenged a grandmaster. Sirens wailed, growing louder, a fanfare for his ego. He grinned, pity turning to contempt. Told you. Shouldn't mess with people like us. The phrase people like us carried the weight of his worldview, status, race, superiority. A patrol car pulled up, lights flashing, blocking my mailbox. Two young officers, Carter and Hayes, stepped out, uniforms crisp, movements eager but unsure. I knew them, every officer under my command, but held back, letting the scene unfold. The kid launched into his tale, gesturing wildly. Officers, thank God. This guy's stealing our groceries from our driveway. He's aggressive, threatening, won't leave. His voice cracked with fake outrage, a performance for the ages. Officer Carter, taller, took the lead. Sir, what's going on? He asked me, cautious, eyeing the kid's hysteria against my calm. These are my groceries, delivered to 1420, Sycamore Lane, I said evenly, gesturing to my house number, then my trunk's distinct contents. He thinks they're his, for a party at 1422. Officer Hayes checked the numbers, confusion shifting to clarity. This wasn't a simple mix-up, the kid's accusations reeked of malice. You sure these are yours? Carter asked the kid, tone shifting. Of course, he exploded. Mom ordered them. He's lying. Arrest him. He pointed, shaking. He thinks he's above the law. Then the front door of 1422 burst open, and Margaret Evans, the mother, stormed out. Late 50s, blonde hair, a stiff helmet, face twisted in fury. She zeroed in on me. What's going on? She shrieked, not waiting for an answer. Oh, it's him. I told you, sweetie, he's no good, always lurking. She turned to the officers. He's stealing our party groceries for my son's birthday. He's a menace, harassing us, lowering property values. Her son nodded, lip trembling for effect. The officers exchanged glances, her volume and racism, probably not even legal here, made them flinch. Ma'am, calm down, Carter said, raising a hand. Explain clearly. Clearly, she screeched, this person is stealing our food. He doesn't belong here. I decided it was time. Officers, I cut in, voice firm, you might want my license, registration, and professional ID. The word professional hung, a subtle challenge. Carter caught my tone, nodding. Yes, sir, that would help. I pulled my wallet, slipping out my license and badge, its star gleaming in the sun. Carter's eyes widened, he stiffened, horror dawning. They recognized their chief. Margaret, oblivious, ranted on. Fake ID. He stole that too. Arrest him. Her son chimed in, yeah, he thinks he's smart, but we know a criminal. Carter handed back my ID, shoulders squaring, gaze icy on the pair. He stepped back, hand on his belt, the air crackled, power shifting. Ma'am, sir, Carter said, voice cold, listen carefully. You've accused this man of theft, harassment, and implied he's illegal based on race. You've called 911 falsely, a serious offense. And this man is the chief of police. Time froze. Margaret's face drained, her son's jaw dropped, eyes vacant. Her screech died in a gasp. Chief. She whispered, disbelief warring with terror. Her son whimpered, no way. Impossible. The reality crushed them, they'd hurled slurs and lies at the city's top cop. Yes, Hayes growled. Chief of police. You falsely reported a crime and used racial slurs. Understand the gravity? Margaret's knees buckled, she clutched her son. Hate speech, she gasped. It was a mistake. Her son whined, you said he was a menace, Mom. Their victimhood crumbled, blame ping-ponging. Officers, I said, voice steady, I'm pressing charges for false reporting and harassment. Document the racial epithets for the DA's hate crime review. This isn't a misunderstanding, a pattern. Margaret collapsed, sobbing, her son froze, pale. Their party music, faint from their house, mocked their downfall. I set the bags down, the crinkle loud in the silence. Full report, I ordered. Every word, action, and the 911 call. Secure the recording. Carter nodded, pen scratching. Hayes checked their claimed delivery spot, nothing, as expected. Ma'am, sir, you're coming to the station, Carter said. Margaret wailed, the station. My son's party. We're respectable. Respectable people don't file false reports or use slurs, I cut in. Your respectability doesn't shield you. They were booked, their mug shots viral fodder. News vans swarmed my street by morning, reporters jostling, neighbors gawking. The story, chief targeted by racist neighbors. Exploded, hashtags like #MyGroceries2 trending. My office became a crisis hub, my team managing a media storm. The Evans family's lawyer claimed a misunderstanding, but their history of petty complaints against minority neighbors surfaced, damning them further. I held a press conference, voice resolute. Yesterday, I faced false accusations and racial abuse on my property over groceries. False reporting, harassment, and prejudice won't be tolerated. This underscores our fight for trust and justice. The trial was a spectacle. The prosecution's evidence, 911 call, body cam footage, my testimony, was airtight. Margaret and her son crumbled on the stand, their misunderstanding defense laughable. Then a bombshell, the prosecutor exposed her husband, Councilman Robert Evans, whose testimony revealed his real estate empire stalled by my opposition to a luxury development. His family's harassment was no accident but a calculated move to discredit me, fueled by racism and greed. The courtroom gasped. This wasn't just bigotry, it was a conspiracy. Investigations into Robert's finances uncovered bribery and abuse of power. Margaret and her son took plea deals, probation and public apologies, turning on Robert for leniency. His trial was brutal, his corruption laid bare. Guilty on all counts, he faced prison, his empire shattered. The city reformed, the development site became affordable housing, and my initiative soared. Months later, unloading groceries, I saw the son, humbled, volunteering. Chief, I'm sorry, he said. Keep working, I replied. The bags crinkled, a reminder, justice, sparked by a driveway standoff, had reshaped the city.